Alright, let's just wait a few minutes to see if anybody's going to watch this thing. Tonight I'm going to do some scripting. I'm going to update my dwmricer auto ricing script for DWM for my new rice. And then I'm going to work on creating a i3 auto ricing script. Whether I get that done tonight or not, I don't know. Probably go for about an hour. Or so. If there's anybody watching this, you can let me know if the audio is okay, if I have any problems with that. I'm hoping that the audio is at least a little bit better than last time. Every time I do this, it's a little bit better. It'd be good. Just wait a few more minutes. Make sure my phone's on silent. And it is. Alright, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and get started. I don't know if anybody's actually watching this or not, but we'll just get started here. Let's see here. So this is my dwmricer script, and this is what I'm going to be changing tonight. So the original script looked like this. Or the original rice, I guess you'd say, looked like this. It was very bright. I stuck with it for longer than I thought it would. Hello, Casey from Ontario. It is 7:30 here. Anyways, the original rice looked like this, and it was very bright, and I stuck with it for longer than I thought it would. I did this rice on a video. And as bright as it was, I thought I would switch away from it right away, but instead I went to this one here this time. And this uses a color scheme called Material Ocean. So that's what the dwmricer script will actually end up going through and installing if anybody uses it from now on. It won't be possible, the way the script is written, to download the old rice. Maybe someday I'll be able to go through and set that up. Because it'd be nice if you like the older rice, you could download it, but I'm not sure how I'd go about it. Because right now, let me actually go through and if we CD into my downloads, get things here, and CD into dwmricer, and then we'll look in the install sh. We'll zoom in a little bit more. Basically, what this ends up doing is just get cloning the current sucklist and scripts files. And I suppose I could have it just cloned from a different repo that is just for this script. I don't know. That probably had to, be for some other time. But one thing that is definitely going to have to change tonight. So I went through and I went through and redid my SL status thing here. And each one now has a separate icon and script file instead of having them kind of combined. And that way I can control the colors separately. And it just worked out this way. I'm 100% positive there is a easier way of doing this. I'm sure of it. But this is just the way I settled on because I know it works. Now, I also know that it's easier to do with DWM blocks, but for whatever reason, it's a little bit harder with SL status. So that's what I ended up doing. But I did, I had to go through and create all these extra icon scripts. So I'm going to have to upload those to GitHub tonight in order for the dwmricer to get them, and then I'll have to update the script to put those in the path as well. Otherwise, the bar will be completely blank of icons because the icons are no longer just in the SL status. That's just something that's going to end up having to happen. I'll also have to go through and actually upload the new rice because I've been refraining from doing that because I didn't want to upload the new rice before the ricing script was, finished. So it's probably should go ahead and do that. So one thing you'll know is that, or one thing you'll notice tonight is that I don't know how to use get worth a damn. So I'm sure everything I do with get is completely wrong. So we'll just, this is just the way I do it. So, and I actually don't know how to spell worth a damn. That's going to be one of those nights tonight. So, and this is just going to be alright, and then I'll have to go over here on my other monitor to actually get the thing I need to do. Alright, so that's SL status, and we can go up a level and do LS here, and go into. Wait a minute, that can't be right because there shouldn't be a get for SL status. It should all be one get. Why did it let me add? Why did it let me add the get from inside that repository? Is that something I can actually... Yeah, I actually did. I didn't know that worked. So I was inside a directory and it actually updated the get that was in a directory above me. So that was easy. So I remember doing that now. Because I went through and put it all in one folder, so I only had to have one repository instead of having 3 repositories. I need to go to the home directory here now and cp.dwm into .config suckless. That way that's the most recent version. I don't think I've changed anything in .dwm, but oops, always forget the -r. I should just have that as an alias. Oh, we got a new patron. How nice. I'll have to check that out later. Okay, so now I can actually cd back into .config again and suckless ls and git add all, git commit, git push origin master. Okay. Now that is going to be, so the rice is now all the way up on to GitHub, except for the scripts. So we need to go to CD, downloads, get things, and scripts. Alright, so, and actually before we do that, I have to CD into user to local bin, because not all of my scripts are in here. Quite a few of them are just in my path, so I'm going to have to copy them over. That's going to be a task, because there's quite a few of them. Actually, I wonder, I should be able to go through and just do it this way. So cp star icon.sh, see if that works, to / downloads get things scripts. Alright, now we'll see if that actually worked. It did. Cool. And I think that's all the new ones that I had here. So let's see, I did, let's see here. Disk icon, CPU icon, mail icon, MPD icon. Oh, the new mail one, we'll have to go over there as well. So it's CP. Actually, will it? I'm trying to think. Will the... Yeah, I probably should. Yeah. Oh, no. Well, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it because this should be the new one. Let's see. So, new mail, I did Pac-Man icon, RAM icon, temp icon, time icon, and volume icon, and weather icon. And that should all be here. Yep, okay, it should, and they are. Good. Alright, so then I can just do git add all. I did. Where? Oh, you want it's gonna be dragon. It's gonna be, maybe it's not. Why do I have two scripts folders? That's the only thing that's really gonna make me. I better not delete that though. If Hi, see Steven, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, such as it is. You have joined me just as I'm proving to be the most confused person in the world. So I'm going to move that scripts folder to up a level or something. It doesn't really matter. / downloads, I guess. That way I should be able to add all. Yep, there we go. New scripts full bar. And git push origin master. Yep. Alright. Alright, and that failed. Update rejected because the remote contains work that you do not have locally. Okay. I'm not sure why. Mess up with confidence. Yeah, I'm the chief of messing up with confidence, or not so much. I have no clue what I'm doing here. Okay, now we just do an ls and see if that actually worked. But now we should just be able to get push. See if this actually. Hey, Learn Linux, how you doing? Yeah, you haven't missed anything other than me realizing I don't know how to use Git worth a damn. All right, let's go here and see if they actually uploaded the thing I needed to upload. Scripts. As long as my icon one's here, which they are, which is good. Good. Excellent. I have a ton of scripts that I don't even know what they do. That's, like, I have no clue what these two are. Not a clue. Apparently I've even updated that one. I don't even know. I probably should. Alright. That literally just sets a background using fe. Why do I have a script to set fe? That is... I have no recollection of creating it. What does this one do? And that one takes a screenshot using scrot. So I was... Why didn't I just create an alias? Or set a key binding in SXHKD? Because now I just do this. I mean, I don't use scrot anymore because, I mean, I need, whatever, but... Oh, I'm going to be so embarrassed scripting in front of Learn Linux. I don't know Bash worth a damn. But it's going to be fun. Yeah, I don't... So I really need to go through and spring clean some of this stuff. Because like this forecast script here, I don't use this anymore. This is a old one. This came from Luke Smith, I think. Instead I use weather.py, which is a Python script here. And I stole this blatantly from Polybar, I think, is where that came from. So, yeah. I'm wondering if... Alright, so I think I've got everything uploaded now that I need to upload in order for the script to work. So, and we're in the right. So cd into dwmricer. Clear this and vim into install.sh, and we'll zoom in. Wait a minute. Apparently I didn't cd. Oops. Okay, so cd. Where'd my script go? I think I deleted my script. That's hilarious. That pull request shouldn't have deleted anything though, right? Okay, so I did go through and cd, do a copy of that folder that I deleted. But it's not in here either. Oh, I know where I'm lost. Now we can see it into DW. Oops. Now I'm like I was. I have no clue where I'm at. You ever get lost in a directory? PWD. I always wonder what PWD was for. Now I know. Alright, so nothing really should have to change up here. So the dependencies are going to stay the same. I'm still going to be using Alacrity and Rofi and Fe. I haven't actually done anything with Fe yet. I should do that. Thanks. Yeah, the prompt is totally overkill, really, honestly, but I spend more time than I should messing around with ZSH. Oh, let's see here. So, like I said, I haven't done anything with Fe. I might do that tonight if I get to it. Base devel should still need to be there, because for whatever reason, did you know Manjaro doesn't come with make installed? For whatever, I don't... I mean, it seemed like every distribution would have make installed right out of the box, but maybe that's just something they don't think that they need. Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. So what we need to do now is first go back into tiling mode, because this is dumb. Close this one here. Actually, that was the wrong one to close. It doesn't matter. Alright. And actually, that was the wrong folder. I'm a complete mess tonight. Alright, so what we need to do is change this one here, because this will be downloading. We need to add, let's see here, we need to add CPU icon.sh, disk icon.sh, mail icon.sh, mpd icon.sh, new mail. No, that's not the right one. So that's wrong. Yeah, we'll do it. No, I won't do that. Because not everybody's going to be using NeoMut, so I'm not going to automatically just transfer my NeoMut stuff over there. If somebody needs to do that, they can do that manually. Yeah, so basically what this would do is it would go through install DWM. It would install all the dependencies for DWM on Arch or Debian-based distros. And then it would download my config files for those things and then build them. But in usual fashion, I've done everything much more difficultly than it probably needed to be done. Because like I know there's a way to go through and make these colored icons and the actual script's different colors in SL status, all in like one way. But I've gone through and just made them separate. So that's the reason what I'm doing right now is, so I've done MPD icon. The next one will be pacman icon .sh and ram ram icon .sh, temp icon.sh. Oh, I'm gonna actually that makes me go up here. LM sensors is a new dependency. Same thing. Anybody know if LM sensors is packaged in the regular Ubuntu repositories? I'm assuming it is. LM dash sensors, okay. So LM dash sensors. I suppose you should go check the Arch, make sure I thought there wasn't a hyphen in. There's an underscore in the Arch. Really? Okay. I didn't know that, so we gotta go back up here. Where am I? Nah. Okay. Oh, I'm sure I do. I have CDs all over the place. They're all completely unnecessary, and they're all on separate lines too. So, I told you, my bash scripting is atrocious. I'm still learning. I'm also pretty sure that cloning with an E there is not correct, but I don't care. Alright, so let's go back down here. Temp icon was where I left off. I should be very close to time icon.sh and up icon.sh and volume icon.sh and weather icon.sh. Hey Peter, how you doing? Chris, got people watching. which is always shocking to me. This is should definitely go through and put anybody to sleep. So if you're interested in just falling asleep, it'd be like watching grass grow, because right now all I'm doing is transferring over. Now I was thinking, what if all these were like in a folder? I wonder if that would work. I don't even know. It doesn't matter. Alright. So that is done. Get out of insert mode so I don't accidentally press something. I always forget and go back to normal mode. Alright, so this should all be done. What else needs... Let's see here. So we got all the stuff uploaded. Yeah. I will be doing some either later or earlier streams. I'm going to try to mix up the whole timing issues, because I know I got a lot of people who aren't in, you know, the United States or even in the eastern part of the United States. So I will definitely mix up the timing so that the timing's not always weird, because I know was a lot of people who wanted to watch but couldn't because it was like ungodly hours. Alright, Matt, what else do you need to do? Let's see here. I should have made a list. That actually may be it. What I should do now is go through and find a wallpaper. You could add some tests for whether stuff worked. I've actually thought about removing the weather one, because in order for the weather thing to work at all, you have to have an open weather API key, and I did not want to just put mine out there. Yeah, I know, right? It's first world problems, right? There was also something I needed, because also in order for the weather one to work and the what was the other one? So the weather one, the temperature, and the updates all require a cron job, which I forgot to actually add to the documentation, because if with SL status require with updates everything every like 3,000 milliseconds or something like that, some crazy thing, and it automatically refreshes them all. So it was going through and refreshing the weather every like millisecond or whatever, and it was annoying me. Like, it was very annoying. I was pulling my hair out. So what I ended up going through and doing is creating a couple just text files for, let's see, updates here. Where is it? Come on, Matt, learn your alphabet right here. Updates, temp, and weather. And basically what these are, and actually there's nothing in there right now. I don't know why. Oh, because it deletes it, right? Basically what it does is every... You'll do them way better than I do, C. Steven, because yes, I'm horrible at scripting. But basically, what the weather and the temp and the updates do is it runs a script through a cron job every 5 minutes or a day or whatever I have it set as, and then it puts it in this file, and then SL status will go through every time it wants to do that, and just uses tail to get the last entry. That way it only pulls in the last entry every time, you know, it's done a cron job. Lost my train of thought there for a minute. I can't do chat and two things at one time. I mean, I just can't. Alright. So, yeah, anyways, I was thinking about removing the weather, and because I don't think you can do anything with cron from a script. I think that has to be done. Like, I'm almost positive. I mean, maybe I'm just making that up. You can't do anything from cron from a script. So that would mean weather here. Actually, what I think I am going to just do that is delete weather. And then I will delete the weather icon that goes along with it. That at least will save that. And if anybody, I'll probably put instructions on how to do the temperature one and the updates one in the documentation when I have time, because I don't really want to remove those. The weather one adds a whole bunch extra steps because they have to go to get their own API key and stuff. This way I don't have to worry about it. So let me put a note here. Oops. I can't type with the damn weather script does not work without API, so you'll need to do that manually. Okay, I think what it's gonna be okay here. I wonder what SL status will do if that script isn't there. I'm going to test that and find out. Alright, so let's see now if I can go through and get rid of some of this extraneous CD stuff. So I'm going to learn some bash here right on the spot. So if I'm going to CD into downloads, and if I do in CD into get things, it doesn't really matter. And if I do CD $home/.config, does that work? It does. Okay, so, oops, wrong one. So if I go here, I can delete this one completely. Okay, so that should work. And it would do the same thing here. So that removes an extra. And this one shouldn't need to be there. Moving some extra lines. CD, those things have to stay. This one should stay as well because I didn't use $home down here. I should also, I know technically I could go through. Yeah. I didn't know the $home thing worked until just now. So this is me learning. So I'm gonna go through here, and if you don't use the standard downloads folder, you'll need to change these locations. Alright, so I know I could curl the wttn.in or whatever it is that Luke Smith does, but I could never, let me rephrase that. I don't know shit about awk, and I'm just learning grep now, so maybe someday that's what I do, but for now I'm just using the weather.py thing, which seems to work for me. So, and I know I could go through and change these here to the XDG things that they need to be, but I'm just going to leave them this way for now. There seems to be an extra space there. Yep. Okay. Oh, I know awk is amazing, but I don't know anything about it yet. I've just barely gone through and scratched the surface. So I went through and CD $home. I went through and did this. This was my first experience with awk right here. And basically what this does is it will print out all of the key bindings for DWM. I haven't actually gone through and played. I stole it from Linux Drabbler, so I shouldn't say that I wrote it my own, but he did it for awesome. So I actually went through and like, I wrote this and I understand what it does, and so that qualifies as me doing something. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do the XDG stuff, but I had someone complain that it wasn't there because they didn't use the downloads, the standard downloads directory. Maybe they didn't capitalize the D, but or something. I don't know. I don't know what other. Oh yeah, I haven't actually started on awk yet. Someday, but yeah, I am still learning Bash. Let's get back out of this. Matt, you're getting distracted. Okay, so I think everything else here should stay the same. So what I'm going to do is right quit this. Okay, and then I'm going to push it. I haven't done the wallpaper yet. I would like to do the wallpaper thing before. Oh yeah, I'm not competing with anybody. I'm well happy with my pace because otherwise I'll forget stuff. Actually, what I need to do, yeah, I'm in the all right. I'm in the right one. We're gonna push this to the beta branch, and I can merge it later. All right, you gotta. Oh, I did that again. Balls. I have a feeling I just overwrote everything I just did. Nope, good. I didn't. Diego, yes, this is ZSH. I use ZSH because it has plugins and stuff and is a little bit more extensible than Bash. But I don't really use any of the fancy stuff that ZSH could do. I could probably do most of it. In fact, I know I could do most of the stuff with Bash because Arco Linux's Bash RC file actually does most of everything that I have ZSH do, but ZSH is prettier sometimes. Yeah, I have that SSH key video of yours saved in Watch Later. I just haven't got to it yet. And I know that I'm doing the Git stuff via HTTPS instead of SSH. This is just the first thing I learned and haven't actually gone through and, learned the other way yet. Okay. I know I'm terrible at Git. I'm just not. I don't know hardly anything about it. It still won't let me push it. Oh, Peter, you and we could get in fights over fish. I don't like fish whatsoever. I have so many problems with fish. Mostly because when I used Buku for my bookmarks, it wouldn't let me run Buku through fish for whatever reason. Because it has dollar signs in it, and fish doesn't know what a dollar sign is. So, yeah. Alright. Because your current branch is behind. Okay, you want fine. CD git checkout master. Okay, so git add. Unfortunately, in every other shell, or at least the two shells that I'm familiar with, at least, when you use a $sign, you're calling a variable. So any variables just, it was like, what does this do? So, and that's my problems with fish. I'm sure there's a way to get around that, because there's whatever, but I don't want to have to go through and rewrite everything that uses a $sign. Alright, GitHub, you're failing me. What the hell's going on? Updates are rejected because the tip of your current branch is behind. It's remote counterpart. Integrate the remote changes before pushing again. Okay. Okay, git cd. Alright, I want to make sure I'm actually pushing the right thing. Alright, vim into dwm install. Okay, make sure everything is still here. See, this is the old version. But I should now be able to go to do this. Git check out beta ls vim dwm install. Yes, okay, good. Now I should be able to go through and do this. Still no. All right. I don't understand. There's no tracking information for the current branch. Please specify which branch you want to merge with. Oh, I hate Git right now. Well, there's no tracking information for the current branch. Please specify which branch you want to merge with. See git pull 1 for details. Git pull remote branch. If you wish to set tracking information for this branch, you can do this with... This is going to be a bad idea. Never copy and paste and just a... Oops. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's because this is going to be... Should this be beta? Okay, well, you want it? ls git, and we'll see if that'll work. Actually, it wanted me to pull first. If I end up having to go through and redo all that stuff again. Had to do this earlier. Ricing. I don't know. All right. Oops. That's because now I've went through and added something else to the clipboard. I know I should have that key memorized, but I do not. Huzzah! There we go. All right. That was a pain in the ass. Yeah, I don't understand why I didn't know it was already trying to pull from, because I'm in that branch. What else would it be pulling from? But I'm sure it's just a lack of understanding on my part. Sorry. So here's what we need to do now. VirtualBox. We're going to test some of this stuff. So we're going to test in... Man, do I wish I had set up a couple extra clones. Alright, well, you know what? We'll just do it in this. It doesn't matter. Can't believe I've been streaming for 45 minutes already, and this is all I've done. Alright. I don't even know if that's the password for this one. This might not even be the password for this virtual machine. Apparently it's not. Don't worry about it. I'd be messing up either way. I'm not sure what's going on with my VM right now. It seems to have frozen. It really does not want to. Try again. Alright, we'll try again. That was a dumb mistake. Apparently, you mistyped a password and it's not just going to tell you that the password is wrong. Alright. There we go. I actually typed it right this time. Okay, so I need to go through and delete some things and actually in order to test the script on this, I need to delete some stuff. So I need to sudo remove -r .config suckless. Wait a minute, do I not have this in there? I don't actually have suckless on here. Maybe I don't have to delete everything then. I don't remember deleting it from here though. That's weird. Pop! OS is the superior Ubuntu, Peter. I don't know if you know this. That's gonna piss some people off. Alright, well, you know what? So I can remove dwmricer.sh from here. And then I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to find that. Go to GitHub on my other monitor. Thank goodness for dual monitors. And I'm going to copy and paste this thing here. Okay, so I'm going to do git clone. And we'll cd into dwmricer. Dual LS, and I'm going to vim into dwm install and make sure it's the right one. Oh, you want it? Well, Learn Linux told me that if I would miss my aliases, if I wasn't, careful about it. There we go. I'd be lost without two monitors, I swear. Alright. dwm install. There we go. Right, I need to git checkout beta. Okay, and I need to ls again, and vim into dwm install. Okay, here we go. Alright. Yeah, see, this is you saying I told you so. I know. I can't help it. I've had this VM for a while. I should just go through and download my ZSH stuff, or even my bash RC would be fine because I have all my aliases in there too. But I've been too lazy. All right, so let's see if this goes. stat/dwm install. See if this works. If so, winning. It looks like everything did okay. The usual errors there for stuff not getting used. I don't see any specific errors which would keep it from loading. Yeah, it looks okay. Alright. So what I should be able to do here is close this, log out, and click on here, and down here you're not going to actually be able to see this, but DWM is now installed, so and there we go. Now the icons don't actually show up because I don't have nerd fonts installed on this VM, so that's going to be a thing. Also, I still didn't do the wallpaper, but it works. Except for obviously the things that I have to set up for. I'd have to set up the cron jobs for the temp and the updates, and obviously updates isn't going to work because this is an Ubuntu-based system, and obviously it's checking for Pac-Man. So it did work. Winning. All right, so let's go ahead and Control-Shift-X out of this, and we'll shut this down. We're going to go test it on Arch, or an Arch-based disk. We're going to test it in Manjaro is what we're going to do. Alright. I think this one will have it installed, so I will have to go through and delete stuff, but I might be wrong. And this one's going to have the other password. Yep, see, this one already has it installed. This is the old Rice. Alright, so we're going to get out of that. We'll go down here and change to a different session, XFCE. How I Miss Thee. If you're Torsten, if you're talking about the things that I'm doing, you just have to set up run cron tab-e. I should share my cron tab is what I should do. I'll put that in the documentation because once you set up cron tab-e, it'll go through and run those however many times you've set it to run. You can do it. One of them's daily, one of them's every 5 minutes or something. All right, so ooh, Manjaro has a drop-down terminal. What is this? Is this Uake or Guake or whatever it is? I wonder. I cannot even know. It's just the XFCE4 has a drop-down mode. I didn't know that. Alright, so I need to sudo remove -r .config suckless .dwm, and I need to /user local, get out of my way, bin. I'd say Manjaro is probably the best Arch-based distro, but I prefer Arco. Pretty much hands down, but mostly because I like the community surrounding Arco a lot better. They're friendlier, and I don't know, I just seem to get along with them better. Okay, so this is just going to be easier if I do it this way. And cd into user local bin ls. So I need to sudo remove -r dmenu underscore path dmenu. Of course, I don't spell things right. Run dwm sl status and st. Okay, I think that's it. So I think I can go through and do cd and ls. I'm pretty sure I have remove -r dwmricer. Oops. Alright. Oh, Alpha, you can do that? Remember, you're looking at a complete noob. That was exactly a strong and complicated password. I'm pretty sure I even made that joke in a recent video, and I hope that DT didn't go through and sue me for it, because I'm pretty sure he has that trademarked. Arco has that too, Peter, and it's better. Just my opinion. All right, so. Oh yeah, I'm sure I'm leaving the man pages, but honestly, I just want to make sure this other stuff gets installed. It should be fine. And I don't actually think I'm going to end up being able to copy and paste from this virtual machine because I haven't set up guest editions. So we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. All right, and here, and copy. Okay, so git clone. And it really should not take that long to download. Okay, /dwmricer or dwm install. I don't know why I called those things two different things. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure he did trademark it. He says that every time. That's his joke. See if this works. Only problem with using a drop-down terminal is you can't make it bigger, as far as I know. Can you just make this thing like an actual terminal? Like, I don't know. I've never actually used a drop-down terminal since like when I first started using Linux. This looks good. It looks like it worked. I don't see any overall errors. I mean, this stuff here is always going to be there because I don't use those arguments. I could use those arguments, but I don't. Variables, I guess is what you'd call them. Okay, well, it looks like it's good. So we can close this and do a log out here and see if it worked. I like the idea. Okay, so it worked except for half the stuff up here is not showing up. But I'm guessing that's because of other dependencies that Does Manjaro not come with... Alright, so the good news is about the Arch version of this script is that it will install Alacrity for you. So oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. I didn't even realize that. There, I did it again. Vim. Damn it. Alright, so the reason I have to go through and alter the script to transfer the volume script as well, because I use that volume script. Do I use the volume script? I'm pretty sure I do. I don't know, that's something I'm going to have to think about, because the volume script uses ALSA. Yeah, laugh it up. I do it every time. And you told me. You told me that to get in the habit of using aliases, but I didn't listen. I don't know, that's something I'm going to think about, because this is actually showing up, so I don't actually use this script, so I don't have to transfer it. The reason why the NAs are showing up here and here, so let's hear, it's doing, this one here is the weather not showing up. This one here is the this one here is the update script, which it won't work without using the cron job and creating the thing. So that's going to have to be fixed. And this one here is the volume. This one here is, if you wonder what I'm looking at the bar on my systems to know what they are. So this one here is the hard drive and memory and CPU, uptime, mail, and MPD. So the volume one does need to use this script. So if I go through and change, actually, before I do that, cd.config suckless. So if I go down here, the volume one is volume.sh. Okay, so that's what's going to have to happen. So cp cd downloads. I'm in bash. Gotta spell things right. So I need a cp volume.sh into /user local bin. Oh, it's because I got to sudo it, dumbass. I know, sudo bang bang. I should have done that. All right. So now the icon, the volume one is working. So I'll have to change that in the actual script. Definitely not going to get to the i3 one tonight. I did not expect this to take an hour to do this little bit of stuff. That stuff just did not work. Okay, so all right, let's do this. All right. So we're in. So for Vim, first go in cd downloads, get things scripts, and Vim into volume.sh. .sh. Gotta spell right, Matt. Okay, now this needs to change because we no longer call the icon from here. We just do this, and we can delete that extra space as well. So we should be able to right quit that. Git add volume.sh. Git commit fix volume. I'm slowly learning the keyboard shortcuts to get back and forth between the stuff in Bash and ZSH. My 90% of the time I still forget. Okay, so that will fix that. Now cd up a level into dwmricer, and then into dwm install, and down here I need to add, passed it by. Volume.sh needs to go there as well. Okay, so that will take care of that. So what was the other ones that didn't work? I've been told, Alpha, I will learn how to do it. Next time I do a stream, I won't be using this. I'm sure there's a reason why I'm being told to do that. I have no clue. I can honestly say I have not used anything SSH related since I was jailbreaking an iPhone probably in 2008 or 2009. So it's been that long since I've used SSH, and I don't even remember how to do it. Noob, remember? It says so right in the channel intro. perpetual noob. So what other one here? So we've got the volume. The other one is pack update. The question is, should I set up the pack update stuff outside of the cron job in the script? Because then all the person who is using this would have to do would be to go through and do the cron job. That probably makes sense, right? That's going to be so let's go through and do that. Oops. Alright, so up here where we're doing this stuff here. Using SSH keys adds some security and makes it much easier to handle remote stuff and get, because you won't need to keep putting in your password. Oh, really? That does sound awesome, because I do have to keep putting in my... Alright, so actually in Git you can't use a password anymore. You have to use their silly long key or whatever. That's why I don't have that memorized. That's why I always have to go to the other monitor to get into Bitwarden. That's what I've been doing every time I have to go. I would go over to the other monitor to copy and paste it, because there's nowhere. It's like 30 or 40 characters long. Yeah, they stopped it. They stopped accepting passwords completely. All right. So what we need to do is make some. So we need to touch dot updates and dot temp. Pretty sure it's dot temp. Yep, it's dot temp. Okay. And we need to also $home dot config slash dot temps, because the script I wrote to do the temps is completely more complicated than it needed to be. I'm still going to look up the SSH key, because I'd love to not have to enter that every time. So I'm assuming that that's going to be the thing that makes it a lot easier for me. So this will go through and do this. Once those are done, at least those files, or yeah, those files will be there. At least those files will be there if they want to go through and get the weather, not the weather, but the pack updates and the temperatures running. And when I go through later on and do the revamped documentation, I will copy and paste my cron tab into that documentation so that they can go through and do that, because I'll also make sure, what's the script that I've been using is temp.sh. Yeah, so this is the script I wrote to get the temperature up here. You remember, this is a noob script, so it runs sensors and then puts the sensor data in a file in .config, and then I grep out the TDIE, which is the actual temperature, according to what YouTube tells me anyways. Just that part, and then I remove a whole bunch of stuff. And again, I'm assuming that some of this stuff can be like combined or something, and that goes into .temp, which is in the home directory, and that gets the last line of that gets read by SL status to put up in the bar. So overly complicated, like I said, but it works. I'm assuming that there's somebody who has a script out there that just does this, that exports just the CPU temperature, but I wanted to write it myself. So this needs to be, I need to cp temp.sh into /downloads get things scripts. Okay. nc downloads scripts and git add git add temp.sh, git commit add temp script. Okay, git commit. Oops, that's the wrong one. Okay, so that will also go through and download that, so I need to transfer that over here as well. temp.sh. Alright, what is sysfs? I have no clue what that is. Oh, are you talking about for temperatures? I'm going to regret not making a clone of that Papa West install. That's what I'm going to end up doing. But there's no reason why I can't just go through and remake those stuff. It's probably going to go through and... yeah, I'll give that a look. Alright. So we're going to try this one more time. I think... what little Git you've seen me do, Torsten, is all I know too, so don't feel bad. I think I've gone through and done everything I need to do to get those ones here that are missing. So I've done the volume, I've created stuff for the updates and the temperature. I did not do the weather because I've removed that one. So that, I'm going to have to put a note in the documentation that that will stay not available until they do it manually. And then, yeah, I did the temperature, and all the rest of these are NA just because I don't have nerd fonts installed, so... oh, haha. It hadn't picked up my... alright, come on, VM, pick up my mouse. Alright, I did this time. Okay, good. There we go. Haha. Hey, when the good thing I didn't go through and try to quit DWM or something while the VM hadn't grabbed the mouse. That would have been disastrous. But I guess it wouldn't really matter. Alright, so we want to test this again, but we need to actually go through and upload it before we can test it. So let's get out of this. Yes, I know I went through and quit. Damn! DWM likes doing that. Alright, so let's see here. I'm gonna have to close this. Sorry, friend. You have to go. Alright, because I quit DWM, or I quit VM, the VM thing. I lost my train of thought. Alright, so what I need to do is right quit this. And I need to git add all, git commit, add some scripts, git push origin beta. We're still in the beta. Okay, now VM VirtualBox. And we'll go ahead and start this up again and see if we can do it again. We'll test it one time. If it works in Arch, it should work in Pop. When you're scripting something, never make assumptions. And because I didn't actually go through and shut that down properly, Peter, that's where I'm going to be too. I'm going to be noob forever. Alright, so we're in XFCE. I'm going to go through and open an actual terminal this time. Okay, so that should... Yeah, I know I'm going to end up having to test it. I knew that when I was saying it. So, let's remove -r dwmricer. Yes. Okay, so git clone. And I'm going to actually go through and grab that again. Because of course it will. One of these days I'll install the guest editions on this. Until that day, I will continue to do everything the hard way. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna just throw caution to the wind and run it. CD into dwmricer /dwm install. This actually probably won't change anything because the cron job is not, going to be there. But it should still build and everything, so I don't see any major errors, which is good. Oh, I got a couple here. The pack.sh ones didn't move. I wonder why. Well, so it's not moving the pack update sh. Oh. I wonder if it's because they're already there and I didn't delete them. Oops. We definitely watch that, yeah. We'd watch Learn Linux stream something. I closed it, didn't I? Balls. Close the damn terminal. How I closed the terminal, I don't even know. I don't even know. You want to? Oh, I did, because I do know how I did it. I clicked the X button, like that'll do it. All right. And now it's not full screen anymore. Weird. All right. -S 1920 by 1080. Xrender is not installed. What? Did I? What? I don't. That's weird. That's not even something I even want to. Did I mean? This is Manjaro. It should be using X, right? Of course it's using X. This is DWM. DWM doesn't use Wayland. The last time I had Xrender not run was because I was running the Ubuntu beta. Did I spell it wrong? I did spell it wrong. There's not an E in Xrender, you dumbass. Thank you, Peter. And you said you were the noob. There we go. That's so good. That's so funny. I was gonna sit there and just bitch about stuff. It turned out I didn't spell it right. That's great. That's so good. Why it wasn't full screen to begin with, I don't know. Anyway, so this runs. All that just to say that this runs fine. And then all that should be necessary to get these two, this one here and this one here to run, would be to set up a cron job, which I will like I said, I'll copy and paste in my cron tab into the documentation, so it'll be easy to do. Really, so in the scripts folder, or in the script that I'm doing here, the dwmricer thing, I have the fonts that need to be installed. So what I need to figure out is how to transfer those over to the proper directory, because where the person downloads it is probably going to change from person to person. So then someone might download it in a Get Things folder, someone might download it in a Downloads folder. I need to be able to script wherever that hack font was downloaded. That's going to be something to think about. That's why I haven't gone through and just automatically done the fonts yet, because what I need to do is see. This wouldn't work, but down here at the end, but before this, after everything's made, I need to go through and something like CD into that hack folder, wherever that hack folder is, and then I need to move everything that's in that folder. I could actually just move the whole folder. So I just need to move the hack folder to /user share fonts. But I'm not sure how to go about doing that. I'm sure it's obvious. Wow, okay. Alright. I don't think that that's going to end up happening this time, because I'm going to have to think about how to do that. Hey, Learn Linux, is this CD here and this CD here, is this one here redundant as well? So if I could, actually I can just test it, I suppose. If I'm in, it doesn't really matter. If I just cd/user local bin, yeah, that would work. Okay, so I can actually go through and delete that as well. Getting rid of CDs. Okay, I think, so this would get the rice installed. So I'm gonna have to go through and rewrite the documentation a bit, but I think that's where I'm gonna stop for tonight. Torsten, yes, hack is in the repos. It's right in the dwmricer thing. You know, install. Hey, look, DT's here. Thanks. How you doing, DT? Don't worry about it. You didn't miss much. Thanks, Peter, for my first super chat. I don't even know what to do with that. I did just get monetized on YouTube. I still don't know what to do with that either. So I think, so in the spirit of something new, so we're going to make a directory here and call i3ricer and cd i3ricer. So for my i3 one, I'm going to just do the ricing, I think, because i3 gaps on Ubuntu is not packaged, I don't think. I think you have to make it, but it's in the Arch repositories. So I'm not sure whether or not, because with the DWM one, I went through and actually, you know, downloaded all the stuff and then went through and cloned all of my, you know, dot files. With the i3 one, I'm pretty sure I would just do the dot files. And the reason why is because of that Ubuntu thing. Or I could just do because regular... So i3 gaps is in the repos. I guess I could just do the thing and look. I haven't put i3 gaps on Ubuntu in ages. This is here 3 years old, so that's not. I'm so doing a video on DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo is trash. I'm just gonna put this out there. It's just every time I come here, I have to go gbang and just go use Google. I think. Oh, yep, it'll work from a PPA. That's a speed racer, though. Would that? What all would that install? Oh, I definitely need an energy drink. I didn't even see they put a message in there. I had to pay attention to that if I ever get another one of those. You don't want to see me on an energy drink. I'd be hyper, bouncing off the walls. I tried start page, but it's kind of fugly. Can you like theme start page? I don't know. I'm too vain when it comes to what things look like. I guess I want to get away from Google, but So there's this deb package, so it should work from a script. So that actually would be okay. Yeah, I think it's gonna be something I'm gonna have to think about a little bit longer, because that a lot of people just would want to install i3 on their own, and it'd just be, because I could go through and create like a option for them to be installed, and if they don't need it, just remove their i3 config and like an if then statement, and just talking out loud back that up so that they didn't lose it, and then go through and install mine over top, or just in .config. So one would be install i3 gaps, and this would be Arch would be just i3 gaps. I don't think there's a hyphen. And then there's a PPA for Ubuntu, and we'd use the command, because originally I was going through and making people, actually go into the script and change what distro they were using by uncommenting things out. But somebody did a pull request on and helped me fix that. So we do command V, the command V thing, to choose between those things. But really what we'd want to do is go through and do an if-then thing. Do you want i3 installed? If yes, then install. If no, not, move on. That kind of thing. It is i3 dash gaps. Yeah, I probably should put that here, that way I remember. You can never remember that stuff. That's why you always have to look it up. I always do. So once that's done, it runs that if-then statement, and then it would go through in one branch of the script. It would go through and just git clone my i3 stuff, which I'm actually going to put it in its own repository, because there's no way they need my entire .files thing. We'd also want to go through and git clone polybar and the git clone sxhkd, because all my i3 stuff uses sxhkd. It doesn't go through and use the i3 config file for most of the key bindings, all for like 3 key bindings. So you can actually go through and see. I don't know why Alacrity does this to me. It makes it so small. But these are like the only key bindings I have in my i3 config, is these two right here, and the stuff for the modes for the like the quit modes. That's all I have in there. So we'd have to actually also have to install sxhkd, which is in both Ubuntu and Arch repositories, which is make it easier. And then 5 would be to move all that stuff over to proper places. And last would be fonts, manually probably. And then You can put a push request in there to if you improve. I'm sure there's many things I could do differently. I have no problems with that. I probably learned something. That's really what I'm doing all this stuff, is mostly so I can learn some scripting, because, I mean, really, it's just so much easier for everybody to go through and do their own ricing. But I know a lot of people like that, the auto ricing stuff, so that's why I kind of did it. But mostly this was just for me. I mean, most of the stuff I do actually on the channel is just me learning stuff, and then people watching it for some reason. Excuse me. So if the didn't install i3, then it would still need to it would just need to do 2 through 4. The good thing with doing this script is that it should go through and create an entry for it should go through and create an entry for the light DM things or the display manager right out of the box. So I know the Arch one would. The question, if you download that from the PPA and install the deb package, would it then go through and automatically create the... that's something that I'd have to test. Because otherwise I'd have to do the whole EOF thing, or whatever that's called. Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, so this is basically what the i3 one's going to look like when I go around and get around and doing it. It's going to be a mess. I mean, that's obvious because it's me doing it, but I'm going to have to learn some if-then statements is what I'm going to have him to do. Because I've only used if-then statements in a couple of my scripts, and I don't know much about them. So that's the next thing to you know, actually learn how to do. All right, so we're gonna right quick this so that's saved, and I have my to-do for that, and I think I'll probably save that for another stream because I've been going now for an hour and 38 minutes. Gee, holy moly! All right, so I'm gonna stop. Thanks everybody for watching. I should go through and yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I'm glad everybody I'm thankful for everybody who showed up and watched this stuff. DistroTube, I ended up in my dwmricer one just going through in the script itself and like catting it into a thing. It's a mess, but I'll have to take a look at yours. Sorry for keeping me up so late, Learn Linux. I'm sure this was highly entertaining for everybody. Alright, anyways, I'm done. I should go ahead and thank patrons. Devon, Marcus, Meglin, American Camp. Thanks everybody for your support. Thanks everybody for watching. I know while I was streaming, I actually did see a new patron come in, so I can... I don't see their name, though. Mitchell. Thank you, Mitchell, as well. I'll add you to the graphic when I have a chance. Thank everyone for your support. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I think I'll probably do another one next week. Maybe we'll do this i3 thing. See ya. Thanks for watching.